Good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the home weather office on this Tuesday morning. It's now the 9th day of September, 2025, and this is the morning briefing. Interesting morning today as I look out the window of the home weather office. We got clouds. It's a relatively cool morning. Certainly looks and feels a lot like fall, and it is going to be a nice day with temperatures well below average for this time of year. Now, almost every morning, I tell you what it looks like as I look out the window from the home weather office. Well, our IT department has been working overtime. They worked through the night to try to figure this out. I can now show you what it looks like instead of just me telling you. That's the way it looks outside the weather office this morning. As you can see, the trees moving a little bit. There's a breeze and a pretty good overcast. There have been some areas of blue sky here and there, but all in all, yeah, that's my view this morning. My thanks to the IT department for helping to work that out. Let's take a look at the satellite this morning, and here is all of that cloud cover getting pushed up onto the west slope. We have a lot of clearing over the valley. Nice little low spinning around out in here. So we have this low, we have the flow coming in, we have some marine layer along the coast, we have clouds on the east side of the Sierra. This is really, really nice. We still have a lot of smoke coming off the Garnet Fire. Let me talk about that for a little bit. So let me switch over to watch duty if it wants to load up. It doesn't want to load up just yet. All right, I'll give that a break. So this continues to be a very active fire. As you can see, the smoke to this morning going more off to the north. And yesterday, this was making headlines. I talked about it in the morning briefing about it maybe going into the McKinley Grove. Well, it did. However, it was what they would call a low intensity burn. They had worked quite a bit to make sure that it wasn't a high intensity burn. But it was an interesting briefing. Does this want to come up yet? Let me do the refresh on this to see if it comes up. Nope. My computer doesn't want to work for that this morning. That some of the embers got into the upper parts of the sequoias. So actually what they did was the Forest Service actually had people going up in the trees to make sure those embers didn't turn into fires. But the grove itself is fine. They burned out a lot of the undergrowth and that sort of thing. So a low intensity fire. So if you hear something about saying that it did go through the McKinley Grove, yes, it did. But again, a low intensity burn, and it looks like the trees themselves are going to be okay. Otherwise, we have some clouds this morning, but really not much in the way of rain. But some areas have seen some rain. For that, let's go over to the California Nevada River Forecast Center, cnrfc.noaa.gov. And as you can see, some areas up here on the north coast have seen some really nice rain, more than an inch. This is the last 24 hours. Down toward Redding, even a little bit of rain. And then we also had some rain here in the Coast Range. Look at this. In the mountainous areas of parts of Lake County, Sonoma County, we had a few 1/100ths to a couple of tenths of an inch of rain, and even a few 1/100ths of an inch of precipitation in the East Bay, but nothing through the valley and nothing through the Sierra. One lone down here that may not be correct. But yeah, this has been more or less a beneficial rain, and I think we're going to continue to see chances of rain in these same areas over the next couple of days. So let's take a look at the 500 millibar chart to show you what is going on here. So here's that nice deep low that I showed you on the satellite. And this kind of spins around for the next couple of days, gradually moving inland, keeping temperatures down. It does look as though Wednesday could be another active day, but then we get into Thursday and Friday and we get more of a north flow. We're up to Thursday night here. So the flow switches more north. Not that we would see that howling north wind, but we will see the wind turn from the north. And what that will do is to prevent anything in the way of rain and also kick off a warming trend. But temperatures by then may only get back into the upper 80s to around 90. And then after that, another low comes our way as we head into, let's see what day we're up to now. This is Sunday night into Monday. So another low going by will keep temperatures down. And beyond that, a little bit of a ridge. But now at this time of year, into mid-September, we start getting into these ridges it'd have to be a really big ridge for us to start seeing temperatures that might threaten 100. It looks like we may see some warming again, but nothing in the way of real heat, which is nice. Okay, so let's take a look at the. Let me just make sure this is framed up right for you. Let's see. Oh, it's not framing up right. Darn it. So what we are going to look at here is chances of rain. Sadly, you can't see it as much as I can. But there is some rain up here on the north coast. This is this afternoon. And then into the day on Wednesday, the areas of Lake County and to the north would see a chance of rain. Chances of rain on the east side of the Sierra. And then everything dissipates on Thursday. And then looking down the road, the GFS will overpaint this quite a bit. But let me see if I can get this framed up better. So this is the way the GFS shows Wednesday. So that looks a lot different than the HRRR. So this is overdone. But still, I wouldn't rule out the chance of some rain on Wednesday afternoon in Plumas County and Lassen County. Then Thursday, we're generally dry. If you have outdoor plans for the weekend, that's fine. And then here's that other low coming in on Monday that would once again maybe bring a chance of some mountain showers. I would discount this area here on the west slope right now. So I know this looks like it's going to rain in Roseville and Auburn, and this is on Sunday night, Monday. I would doubt that. Again, the GFS tends to overpaint. And if you look at this compared to the way the HRRR shows it, you can see just how this is higher resolution. You see these finer areas of rain here and there versus the kind of blobby look that you get with the GFS. That's all to do with the resolution of the two models. So today, we'll have clouds on the west slope. We'll have sun and clouds in the valley. Rain looks to be limited. So even though it may look like it's threatening, I don't think most areas will see anything in the way of rain. And temperatures will stay really nice, upper 70s to around 80, certainly feeling, and at least from the home weather office, looking a lot like fall on this Tuesday morning. That's everything I have for you today. Make it a great day. I'll talk with you later.